Have you been considering relocating down here to Vero Beach, Florida, but don't know where to start? Well, stay tuned because in this video, I'm going to go over my list of the top 5 neighborhoods here in Vero Beach, Florida, right after this. What's going on, guys? My name is Andrew Pench. I'm a local realtor here in beautiful Vero Beach, Florida. If you're looking for a channel that goes over how to live, eat, sleep, play, and buy real estate anywhere on the East Coast, then tap that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, because you'll be notified every single Friday when I upload a new video. I'm getting calls from people every single day and I love it. So if you have a question that needs to be answered, or if you don't have a realtor that's representing you in this move or this transition down to Florida, then give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email because I've got your back when moving to the Florida East Coast. Alright guys, so now it's time to jump into the video, and I wanted to start this one off with number 5, and my number 5 pick is Vero Lake Estates, or VLE. So Vero Lake Estates actually resonates with me in a different way because I'm currently building a house there right now. So we have a new construction house being built, should be done around 2022. We locked it in around $260,000. We're going to be sitting on about 1/4 of an acre. So that is perfect for what we're looking for. So if you like having an area to where you can be a little bit more spread out, have more of a yard, and you're on a little bit of a tighter budget, then I would recommend that Vero Lake Estates should be the first place that you look at when coming down 95 to visit Vero Beach. So Vero Lake Estates actually sits about 15 miles northwest of downtown Vero Beach. So being around all the amenities and the activities going on and just being 5-10 minutes away from absolutely everything is important to you, then I might cross this one off the list. But if those things aren't as important and you want to stretch your budget with a bigger house, concrete block, bigger yard, and maybe even a dirt road to where you can have your basketball hoops sitting outside, your kids can have their toys in the yard, you can paint the house whatever color you want, you can go into your garage, get your 4-wheeler, get your side-by-side, ride it over to a buddy's house, then Vero Lake Estates might be somewhere that you would want to consider. Vero Lake Estates is actually the largest subdivision in Indian River County. It consists of mostly dirt roads with single-family houses that are using well and septic water. There are some exceptions to that. We do have a couple houses now in the main areas of VLE that are getting access to that county water, but most likely whenever you're looking at a property in VLE, you're going to be looking at a house that has well and septic. So if it is important to you to have county water instead of well and septic, then I would recommend asking your realtor whether you're being represented by me or somebody else, because that is an important thing to lock down. I know that my house in Orlando was on well and septic, and it wasn't for us. Our dishwasher and our washing machine were constantly yellow from the stains. You had to go to Tractor Supply all the time to buy those bags of salt. So I know how much of a pain it can be to be on that well and septic system. So if you're actually relocating from, let's say, Orlando or Miami, and you wanted a place that's sitting just off 95 and you wanted to commute to work, possibly 1 or 2 weeks out of the month, then Vero Lake Estates is an excellent spot because it's sitting right there in the middle, in between Orlando and Miami, and you can jump right on 95 as soon as you leave the neighborhood. It is sitting just east of 95, and this development has very easy access onto those onboarding ramps to I-95. If you're looking for a new build, then there are new construction homes. I know that Miranda Homes is actually the builder that we are using for our house right now. So there are new construction options, but there are also a lot of houses that were built between 06 and 07. So you're still getting fairly new construction with good plumbing and good systems. I would just make sure to keep an eye on the roof, and then make sure that there is no Chinese drywall that was installed on the house whenever it was first being built, because that can be a pain in the butt to take out, and it could still linger even after the drywall has been removed. So I would make sure that that would be the first thing that I check, is do a Chinese drywall inspection, and also make sure to check the roofs on those 06 and 07 houses. But if you're looking for a new construction home, like I said before, there are plenty of options and plenty of lots to be bought in VLE and built on. So in Vero Lake Estates, the price ranges actually start around $215,000. These houses are going to be more towards the front of the development. They're going to be closer and more packed in with the other homes in the neighborhood. if you want to go further back and have more space to yourself, more air to breathe, and then less lots being built on, then those homes actually go up in price a little bit, but you're not going to go over that $400,000 mark usually in VLE unless you're sitting on maybe 5 acres of a lot and have a barn and fully furnished and maybe just some crazy different scenarios. So that is my number 5 pick, is VLE. All right guys, so now it's time to jump into the number 4 on my top 5 neighborhood list, and that is actually consists of 2 different neighborhoods. It's River Shores and Vero Shores. So River Shores and Vero Shores, they're right next to each other. They're both sitting off of US 1 just south of Oslo Road. And the reason why this one made it on my list is because it's actually the most affordable neighborhood or neighborhoods to buy in order to have intracoastal waterway access to a canal to get you right over on the Indian River Lagoon. Most of these homes date back to the 1970s, but then again, all these homes, or most of them, have been updated or renovated to bring them up to a modern look, to make sure that you're not getting many of those 1970s looks homes that are still in that area. So, but it is a non-HOA neighborhood, which is a plus for me. If you do not have direct canal access when you buy into these neighborhoods, you can actually store your boat in the driveway, in the garage. If you have an extra lot, maybe you can build a little barn to hold the boats in. So that is why that I like River Shores and Vero Shores, is there's no HOA governing it. You're still by the water, so you're getting the luxurious lifestyle of living on the water with that direct canal access, but also having that freedom to take a boat and just store it out in the front yard, maybe have an older Florida home look, and just overall have more freedom what you do with your space when you move into this neighborhood. If you are interested in relocating over here and you wanted to look into the Vero Shores or River Shores area, then you are going to be sitting around $600,000 at a minimum to get a house right now in that canal access area. But I still think that relative to the market with what we're dealing with now, as far as other houses with that same canal access, $600,000 is actually at the lower end of this, and you're still in a centrally located area to where you're just a short driving distance from the Publix's. Downtown Vero Beach is maybe about 5 to 10 minutes depending on the traffic. So you are relatively close to everything, but you have a lower cost area to move to if you're looking to those areas. So that's my number 4 pick, are those 2 neighborhoods, the Vero Shores and the River Shores area. Now let's jump into number 3. Okay guys, now it's time to jump into my number 3 pick on my top 5 neighborhoods in Vero Beach, and that is Royal Park. So Royal Park made it on my list because it's a very quiet neighborhood, it's a quaint area, it's family friendly. Actually about 16% of the households in Royal Park have children, so the average for Vero Beach is around 12%. So in Royal Park you're actually getting a little bit higher of a bump when it comes to beating the average on the children in the area. So if you're a young family just looking to get a start and your budget's sitting around the 280 plus range, then Royal Park would be a perfect place for you to look at. So Royal Park actually surrounds the southern portion of the Vero Beach Country Club. The houses in this area change pretty drastically because they start at around the 1930s and were built all the way up until the 1990s. So there is a big difference between the homes and the quality of the builds in this neighborhood, but they are all very well kept, and everyone here seems to be on board about the upkeeping of their homes. Another reason that I chose to put Royal Park on my list is because of its conveniently located area. It is actually just located just walking distance from Miracle Mile Plaza. Now Miracle Mile Plaza has a lot of cool things to do. They've got TJ Maxx, they've got Chico's, they've got 2J's. If you're looking for a shopping center, there's Publix there. There's also Fresh Market if you're looking for more of an organic shopping experience. And if you just want to pack up a bag and go to the beach, then hopping in the car, it will take you about 10 minutes to get to the beach from there. And the prices range drastically, all the way as low as $280,000 and in that ballpark, all the way up to $800,000 plus. So there is a wide variety for many different budgets, but Royal Park does a great job of keeping all of those things together in one tight-knit neighborhood. So number 3, Royal Park. Okay, so now it's time to jump into my number 2 pick on my top 5 list, and that is McCanch Park. So McCanch Park is actually sitting just south of Aviation Boulevard and west of 20th Avenue. The homes here are typically 1950s all the way up to 1980s vintage. The houses in this neighborhood are actually sitting on a quarter of an acre plus. It is another quiet and well-kept neighborhood, and the prices right now start at $220,000 and they go all the way up to $500,000 plus on the higher end with more land. So depending on your budget, if it's in the lower 200s, I would definitely recommend looking at McCanch Park. It is a beautiful area, another one of those conveniently located spots. It's an older neighborhood, so you're getting convenient location towards downtown Vero Beach. So McCanch Park makes it on my list as number 2 for those reasons. All right guys, so now we have gotten into the number 1 pick on my top 5 list, and that is Vero Isles, or if you're a local, you just call it the Fingers. So Vero Isles, or the Fingers, is a centrally located deep canal water access area that's just sitting in between our 2 main bridges here in Vero Beach. This area, again, is just walking distance from Miracle Mile Plaza. I know my grandmother, even to this day, she will still walk right over to the Miracle Mile Plaza, hit up Publix, maybe hit up Fresh Market and TJ Maxx, and walk home. So it's a very accessible area if you were looking to locate to this area and have that deep water canal access. But I would say that my favorite part about Vero Isles, or the Fingers, is that there's no governing HOA. So then again, you have your beautiful access to the canal. You're sitting on the river. The houses surrounding you are gorgeous. But if you still wanted to have a boat and just park it out in your driveway for a day or two, or maybe even a week, you won't have any issues with that in this area. Mostly all these homes, if not all of the homes in this Vero Isles and Fingers area, has canal access. So if you're looking to buy in this area, you're going to be looking at around $650,000 on the low end, all the way up to $3 million plus. So $600,000 will probably bring you a little bit further west on the Fingers, but I prefer that personally, because when the wind is kicking and the current is ripping, then you're going to want to be tucked back a little bit further in those canals in order to get your boat onto the lift or tie it up to the dock without any issues. So I know my grandmother, she's house number 1 on Tarpon Drive, so getting in and out in the boat whenever that current's ripping is a huge challenge. So I would recommend anyone looking to relocate to this area to look further west into those canals and just get a cutoff spot from the wind and the current if you're going to have a bigger vessel to bring in and out from your lift or from your dock. So the Vero Isles and the Fingers, like I said again, $600,000 to $3 million plus, centrally located, walking distance from Miracle Mile Plaza. That's why it hit number 1 for me on the top 5 neighborhoods to live here in Vero Beach. So thank you again guys for watching my video on the top 5 neighborhoods to live in here in Vero Beach, Florida. If you have any questions at all, or if you need a realtor to help you move down and relocate here into the Vero Beach or Indian River County area, then give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email. If there's any videos that you want me to make in the future, make sure you comment it down below. And always remember, I've got your back when moving to the Florida East Coast.